This is Irvin Marmaduke Wright, and you're listening to the Dispatch Podcast. Please take a seat, make yourself comfortable, lean back. This is your weekly update on what's been happening on our little spinning ball. Before we tackle the news or hit it, like Ronnie Lott used to hit, I'd like to start with a compliment that yours truly received the other day. At least I believe it was a compliment. So I was sipping my afternoon cafe latte in front of my office/bar. And I recall Cafe Med in Berkeley claimed to have invented the cafe latte. Whatever. So I was drinking my afternoon coffee with lots of warm milk outside this place when a lovely young woman who I had seen a few times before, she lives nearby here, stopped and said hello. We chatted a bit about the weather, Wu flu, masks, and lockdowns, just your typical small talk these days. But then she said to me, "You know, you're kind of sexy in a creepy way." Sexy in a creepy way? I'd like to think that's a compliment. Huh? What do you think? It sure put a bounce in my step for the rest of the day, though. Sexy in a creepy way. And speaking of creepy, why don't we get to our asshat of the week? Because he is definitely a creep. Asshat Dinesh DeSouza took us back in time to the 19th century with his explanation for why Antifa members are out there protesting and whatnot. A buddy of mine sent me a link to this video a few days ago.
It's kind of revealing because normally these Antifa guys are shadowy figures in masks and you only see them as sort of outlines. But here you can see them up close. And Andy is too much of a gentleman to point this out, but man, are these people ugly. I mean, that's the striking feature, is just how twisted their features are. I'm not just talking about run-of-the-mill, homely or ordinary. These people are freakishly ugly.
I suppose Mr. D'Souza did not study history at Dartmouth. He certainly cannot be well-read either, because he is talking about phrenology, which is basically inferring moral qualities and character from physiology. A person's ugliness, Mr. D'Souza, determines their character. Let's bring in that long-dead Italian criminologist while we're at it, Lombroso, and just say that Antifa members are subhuman with their sloping foreheads and big noses and beady eyes. Did I say big noses? Well, then I'm really screwed then, aren't I? We should get rid of the uglies and sterilize them and build that super race that Hitler and Mengele thought would make for a great future. And hey, the Nazis, they borrowed a lot from the Americans when it came to eugenics, and even used California's sterilization law as a model for their own. The Nazis didn't want the feeble-minded and epileptic, the schizophrenic and nutty, and please no deaf or blind people or homosexuals or deaf and blind homosexuals. You can't allow the breeders amongst us to pass on such ugliness to future generations. And did you know that the sterilization of ugly people continued in the United States until well after World War II? Well, of course, Mr. D'Souza knows all of that, but he's like a child who needs attention, I suppose. He's a provocateur. And he's also our asshat of the week, and a dick. But Mr. D'Souza's so beautiful. And just perfect physically, ain't he? And since our asshat of the week is a big supporter of President Donald John Trump. And yes, I like saying John. Is the election over? Well, everybody and their drunken stepfather have proclaimed Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. the president-elect, and it seems that, yes, the election is over. President Trump, he'll be getting the boot in January because his last chance is Texas's case with the Supreme Court against Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. You know, those battleground states, those swing states. Texas is claiming that executive and judicial officials in those states violated Article 2, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution. It ain't going to work. This is very different from what happened in 2000 with recounts in Florida. In this case, you are basically asking the highest court in the land to throw out millions of votes, millions of legally cast ballots. And where is the evidence of massive voter fraud? Is it there? I haven't seen it. No, not really. Maybe it will come out, but I doubt it. Texas and the attorney generals, all Republicans of the other states that have joined Texas, will have to pull something out of their hats that's much more than a rabbit, but maybe I've got it all wrong. I ain't a member of a bar, except for this one. We'll see. And, well, the good news, this is great news. The vaccines are here. I deserve a sip for this. So, Margaret Keenan, a grandmother who turns 91 next week, received the first COVID-19 vaccine in the world. Well, she's the first lab rat, I guess you could say, to get an approved vaccine. She received it on early Tuesday morning at the University Hospital in Coventry in the UK. And the second person, who was that second person? William Shakespeare. Now that's too cool. Shakespeare got stabbed. Wow. You know, I've heard whisperings that Miss Keenan and Mr. Shakespeare ate the brains of quite a few people at the homes they're in, but those reports have yet to be confirmed. So I don't know if it's really true. Probably not. No, there are still no damn zombies. It's still a damn bore that's never going to end. But I don't know. We're still trying to do our best, aren't we? We're still trying to go about life as best we can. Be strong, Destino. And don't coof, damn it. You know, a coof here and a coof there. Here a coof, there a coof, everywhere a coof. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. But sexy in a creepy way. Huh. I just like that. That should be a song. Okay. Take care, all of you. Stay healthy. Yeah. Keep living. Don't coof. Bye-bye.